mean, are we? Are we really? Are any of us really friggin' alive? I don't know. I'm still waiting around for the thing to say, boom, there it is. Alright, now it's saying that we're live. Alright, good evening, everybody, and welcome to b.hive Productions Apocalypse Humpday, the Zombie Saga. We are on night 25. We have been cruising on this thing, and we've been through a lot together, folks. And it's been a pretty fun ride. I don't want to come to a close with anything, but we are getting pretty close to the end. We got a few chapters left. And tonight, we are going to, tonight we're, hang on a second, I got to figure out how to get this, comment mode, yeah, there we go. Alright. And expand comments. There. There we go. Much better. Alright. So anyhow, again, good evening everybody. Night 25. We are reading Zechariah 14:12, Humanity's Last Stand. It is my zombie novel that I came out in 2012 is when I wrote. Well, it was when I published it. I haven't been writing it before that, obviously. But yeah, basically, it was my last marriage in a nutshell. Quite a few metaphors there. It's metaphoric, I guess you could say. So anyhow, yeah, we've been cruising quite along. And we've had our ups and downs. We've had technical difficulties. We've had a couple guests. And, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And it's going to continue to be fun. But we're going to probably start with a new season. So, scary dream night, brother. That's right. Good evening. How are you doing, Kevin? It's good to see you. Tonight, I thought, there I go thinking again. I thought that, hey, wouldn't it be fun to take a quiz to see if we would survive a zombie apocalypse? And we'd have to do this kind of as a whole. So those of you watching, which right now I just see Kevin is watching. So, but I thought I'd go through the quiz. I did link it on this video here. So you can take it for yourself as well. I just thought we would go collectively, and then I'll post our results on it. So it's a quiz came out from Rock Media, I believe is what it's called. Yeah, Rock Media Online. And the name of the quiz is Would You Survive a Zombie Apocalypse? And it's 8 questions. So I think what I will do is I will ask the questions. I will give you the it's a multiple question or multiple answer. No, not a multiple. Anyhow, there are several answers you can answer, and I think what we'll do is we'll just kind of take a poll as far as we'll see what everybody thinks, and then we'll vote for that one. So, is everybody ready for this? And I mean, maybe we should wait around for Chuck to show up. I don't know. Or should we just start this? Let's just start this. Let's get the show on the road. People got stuff to do. Kevin's got nightmares to have. Right. All right. Okay. Would you survive a zombie apocalypse? Question 1. You are in a suburban house when you see a zombie heading towards you on the street. What is the first thing you do? Do you A, get the frying pan and deal with him yourself? B, lock the door and call the police? C, get in your car and run him over? Or D, do nothing. And I'll let you mull that over, and I'll give you some time to answer here. Kevin says A. All right, let's go with A. Get the frying pan and deal with him yourself. That's actually what I picked. I did this quiz on my own, and it said basically I would survive, but only for 7 months. After that, I'm toast. So, yeah. Question number 2. More and more zombies start to appear around your area. What are your first steps for preparation? A. Start storing water. B. Start rationing food. C. Repair any property damage. Or D. All of the above. So just comment your answer here on the stream. Kevin says D. Give her the D. All right. So I'll read the question again. More and more zombies start to appear around your area. What are your first steps of preparation? A. Start storing water. B. Start rationing food. C. Repair any property damage. Or D. All of the above. And Kevin has picked D. I also chose D as well, because who doesn't want the D, right? All right. Next question. Question number 3. Zombies are everywhere, running rampant in the streets and abandoned homes. You have survived the first wave, but zombies are coming to your house next. So what do you do? Do you A. block the door with furniture and turn on all the water in the house? B. Get on the roof and throw all your stuff at the zombies? C. Run away at night? Or D. Turn on all the outside lights and rest easy? Kev, I think it's just us in the zombie apocalypse, bro. Even our significant others aren't helping us out. It's all right. I would prefer just you and I hanging out. I think we could. I think we'd do well. No firearms, sir. Are you gonna go? You're going with D. All right. So the question again was, zombies are everywhere, running rampant in the streets and abandoned homes. You have survived the first wave, but the zombies are coming to your house next. What do you do? A. Block the door with furniture and turn on all the water in the house. B. Get on the roof and throw all your stuff at the zombies. C. Run away at night. Or D. Turn on all the outside lights and rest easy. And Kevin went with D. So let's go see where we are. Question number 4. You have enough water but are running low on food. The closest grocery store is 2 miles away and you have enough food for another month. What do you do? A. Use up the monthly food rations and then starve. B. Use the mosquito netting in the basement on your car windows and pile drive through the grocery store. C. Grow potatoes from your pantry in your backyard. Or D. Grow radishes from your pantry in your upstairs with extra bags of mulch. I was a little perplexed on that one. Oop. Kevin's going with B. The question again is, you have enough water but are running low on food. The closest grocery store is 2 miles away, and you have enough food for another month. What do you do? A, use up the monthly food and then starve. B, use the mosquito netting in the basement on your car windows and pile drive through the grocery store. C, grow potatoes from your pantry in your backyard. Or D, grow radishes from your pantry in your upstairs with extra bags of mulch. I had answered C on that one, but we're going to go with crashing through the store, since you're my partner. All right, question 5. At this point, you are the last living human that you know of. Approximately 100,000 zombies surround your house daily. How do you defend yourself and your home? Do you A, build trenches surrounding the house? B, get a machete and go berserk? C, move everything upstairs and break the staircase behind you? Or D, do nothing? Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 do, 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 do. Hey, if any of you guys are watching this after the live stream and you're watching it later, I would ask that you take the quiz and post your answers up on the b.hive page for me. Let me know how you did. So the question again, question 5. At this point, you are the last living human that you know of. Approximately 100,000 zombies surround your house daily. How do you defend yourself and your home? Do you A, build trenches surrounding your house? B, get a machete and go berserk? C, move everything upstairs and break the staircase behind you? Or D, do nothing? So Kevin is he's gonna pull a Rick Grimes and just have a Carl moment. All right. He's gonna get berserk and get a machete and go berserk. No, I had, when I did the quiz on my own, I said move everything upstairs and break the staircase behind you. You know, higher ground type of thing. But all right, let's do this. Let's go out there and go berserk with a machete, buddy. I'm with you. All right, question 6. Obviously, we survived that. You have cleared most of the zombies, but a rescue helicopter is arriving in a few days. However, it has to land 3 miles away due to the zombie demographics in the area. How do you prepare for your escape? Do you A, clear the garage of any zombies? B, start packing? C, clear the area of zombies by sniping them from long distance? Or D, sharpen and clean all of your tools and weapons? I guess I better get into fighting shape here, man. If it's gonna be you and me in the zombie apocalypse, bruh. C. Hell yes. Clear the area of zombies by sniping them from a long distance. Alright. Okay. I when I did it, I picked D, sharpen and clean all your tools and weapons. So here we go. I'm going to submit that one. 2 more questions to go. The time has come to evacuate. The helicopter crew tells you over the radio to go to a location you know well. Now it's up to you to get there in 30 minutes. What is the safest option to get there in time? A, run. B, get in the truck and plow through. C, stay where you are. Or D, bike there. And I'm thinking they're thinking bicycles, not motorcycles. So, but yeah. So Kev, are we taking motorcycles through the zombie apocalypse, or are we taking your truck? Because I sold my truck, so we'd have to get a hold of a Humvee somehow. Maybe your son can hook us up. Doom 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 doom. All right. The question again is, the time has come to evacuate. The helicopter crew tells you over the radio to go to a location you know well. It's up to you to get there in 30 minutes. And what is the safest option to get there in time? The answers were A, run. B, get in the truck and plow through. C, stay where you are. Or D, bike there. And Kevin said, squish them all. B, I got a big truck. All right, man. I'm with you. I think that's actually what I picked when I did it on my own here. All right, here is the final question. After you get out of the zombie crowd, you drive a mile out. Suddenly, you see a human about 1,000 feet out. You would save them, but you look behind you and see hundreds of zombies just a few hundred feet away. What do you do? A, leave without him and ensure your survival. B, try to save him and risk it. C, turn around the truck and start attacking the zombies. Or D, snipe the survivor. So, I actually answered, I leave without him to ensure my survival, because while they're chewing on him, I've got, that gives me more leeway to get to the helicopter. Get to the chopper. Get there. So, final question. All right. I'll read it one more time. After you get out of the zombie crowd, you drive a mile out. Suddenly, you see a human about 1,000 feet out. Would you save them, but you look behind you and see hundreds of zombies just a few hundred feet away behind you? What do? Do you A, leave without them and ensure your survival? B, try to save them and risk it? C, turn around the truck and start attacking the zombies? Or D, snipe the survivor? Kevin's gonna agree with me here, which, all right. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. Yeah, it's, I mean, I guess it would depend on who it is. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, if it was one of our significant others, of course we go get them. Or if it was one of our kids or a grandkid, or. But if it was some stranger, I'm thinking I'd probably just leave them. You and I have been law enforcement enough to know sometimes it just doesn't pay. You know what I'm saying, brother? All right. So I'm going to put leave without him and ensure our survival. And submit a hot chick. Well, if the significant others are gone, then yeah, why not? Then it's rock, paper, scissors, right? Okay, here we go. Submitting. Well, come on, submit now. Submit. Okay, here's our results. We survived for 5 months. You made it through the first 5 months, but not longer than that. Wow. 5 months. That was it worth it, man? I don't know. I don't know. But it was a good 5 months, right? But there'd been a lot of whiskey in there. So, all right, there you have it. If you guys want to take the quiz yourself, you're watching later on or whatever, there should be a little linkety link here on the b.hive page for you to check that out and take the quiz for yourself. And if you do take it, pop your answer up on the b.hive page. Let me know about it. I'd like to know who's got my back and who's worthy. Better be a real hot chick, right? 5 months worth, at least 5 months worth. All right, let's get into this. Let's get into Zechariah 14:12, humanity's last stand. When we last left them there at the Moon Valley County Fairgrounds, yeah, everybody was just kind of settling in. Len was in quarantine, got put in quarantine because he got bit by a dog. And, yeah, Chris found some traces of the RAC-V virus in his bloodstream. And, yeah, and as promised, things are going to hit the fan in today's little chapter. And so, here we go. Chapter 25. Len awoke in a pool of sweat. His dreams were feverish and scattered. He can only remember that in one of them, he was being eaten by a dog. It was worse when he awoke because he wanted to run, but he was strapped down to his bed. He looked around the lonely quarantined area. He noticed he was next to the bed he had shot the young boy who had turned. Was that his fate? He didn't want to think about it. "Nurse!" he hollered. "Someone!" One of the paramedics looked up nervously from one of the patients she was attending. "Please," he said. "Someone!" She walked through the secured gate and over to his bed. She had a worried look on her face, and in this day and age, that look was never a good one. "I'm thirsty," he said, weakened. "Please." She filled a large glass with water with a straw in it and put it near his mouth. He sipped on it greedily. "Thank you," he said after a big sigh of relief. What do I do if I need to relieve myself?" "Your wife put a catheter in you," she said with some red on her cheeks, "so you can go whenever." "Great." He felt so helpless. He had struggled so much and made it so far to end up strapped to a bed with a catheter stuck in his penis so he could pee in a bag and shit in a pan. "How long have I been sleeping?" "You've slept for 14 hours. Your wife has been in every hour to check on you, and also during her shift." She's working in here?" "Yeah, her shift starts in about 15 minutes. He felt better and then began to wonder about the kids. "Well, you aren't chewing your arms off yet." It was Hank. He had come in unnoticed. "Funny," Len said with a slight smile. "You ought to be a comedian." "Gotta laugh, brother, or you'll go insane." "Yeah, I think I'm already there." "How's our patient pulling through?" "He's got a pretty high fever," the paramedic said, putting a cold cloth on his forehead. Len noticed a wince in Hank's expression. "And I got a tube sticking out of my privates," Len joked. They both chuckled. The paramedic left and Doble pulled a chair up to Len's bed. "You doing okay, Len?" Hank asked. "Sure, I'm fine." "I'm not one of your kids, and I'm definitely not your wife. Now, I'll ask you again. Are you doing okay?" Beneath Len's expression, there was turmoil, and then he began to break. "It's in me," he said, a bit choked up. I can feel it inside of me. It won't be long until it reaches my brain." "Do you know that for sure?" "Chris ran blood tests on me when I got here. She didn't say anything to me afterwards. That's a pretty good sign. But regardless, I can feel it." Hank didn't know what to say. I need you to do it when the time comes, man. Can you do that for me?" Len asked. "Of course." Len began to sob, and it made him feel even worse that he couldn't wipe his own tears. Hank stood up and took the cloth from his forehead and rinsed it out and cleaned him up. "What's wrong with Lenny?" It was Chris. Both men straightened themselves. "I just feeling sorry for myself," Len answered. "I know you know, Len," she said quietly. "You are infected, but the virus, it isn't replicating itself. Your white blood cells seem to be fighting it successfully. I want to run more blood work on you to see if there's any change." "What are you saying?" Len asked, confused. "I'm not sure yet, but for some reason, the RAC-V isn't trying to turn you into one of those things. I don't know if it's because of how it was introduced into your body, or if there's something in your bloodstream that makes you immune to it, or something in the dog saliva it was mixed with. I just don't know. There's so many tests I could run, but I'm not trained to know these things. I'm an RN, not a microbiologist."
"Yellow alert,"
came across the PA.
"Initiate level 3 security procedures."
"What is that?" Chris asked. "Get over to the kids," Hank said in a serious tone. "Right now." "But, Len..." "You better go, honey," Len said. Chris kissed him and then ran back to the arena to be with the kids. "You better go, man," Len said to Hank. "They're gonna need you. Keep my family safe." Hank squeezed his hand and then took off for the armory. A large horde had gathered at the west gate, pushing it beyond its limits. Brent and his friend Becker were at that post and giving the line of infected hell. "When the hell does the backup get here?" Brent shouted over the gunfire and undead growling. "They'll be here," Becker answered. Just then, a Humvee came around the corner and started cutting down the line of deadheads that were putting pressure on the fence. There were over 60 undead coming for the fence line.
"We've got them on the north and east side,"
came a desperate voice on the radio. "Jesus," Brent spat. A second Humvee, manned by a soldier with Hank on the gun, pulled out of the fairgrounds and began hammering away at the hordes on the other side.
"Condition orange,"
the radio let out.
"Prepare for lockdown."
"Why don't I like the sound of that?" Brent said to his partner. "Get ready to make a break for it," Becker said. "A break? For where?"
"We have a breach on the south side. I repeat, the south side has been breached."
The radio was muffled out by the sound of people screaming and gunfire. Brent saw the sentry group from the south running for the arena. He saw Kyla running with her partner. She was sobbing. "Kyla!" Brent called over to her. "Brent!" she screamed. "They were too much!" "Come on, man, let's go," Becker said to him. They joined Kyla's group and ran for the arena. When the last of the sentries made it inside the arena, the doors were barricaded. Everyone that had a weapon was put in formation to await any breach into the building. The roar of the undead was so loud from outside that they couldn't hear themselves think. And that, my friends, is the end of chapter 5. So, you'll have to come back next week for chapter 26 as we count down the finale of the zombie apocalypse from Zechariah 14:12, humanity's last stand. I thank you guys so much for coming out and watching and listening and taking little quizzes and answering little questions and just letting your presence be known. It's huge for me, and everything you guys have done for me is really it's helped me grow here on Facebook. It's helped me grow on YouTube and also TikTok and also on what's the other, Instagram. Yeah, so it's nice to be noticed. It's nice to get the word out there. I have been writing more and more short horror stories for the new anthology. Starting on a new one last night called Eddie's Basement, and it's going to be about you'll see. It's going to have Ed Gein's going to be part of it. So yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy this. I don't know. I got good vibes coming off of this new anthology that I'm putting together for you guys. So yeah, and yes, Kevin, 25 is a good number. So anyhow, I will see you guys next week. Don't forget to join me for for Tunes for Tuesday. It's going to just be kind of a free-for-all type thing. And then, of course, on Wednesday, Apocalypse Humpday, we'll continue this story. And then next Friday, I'm going to be interviewing my daughter. We're going to talk about her book that she's writing. So it'll be good. That's on What's the Buzz at the Hive. And, of course, Sunday, I'll be doing Coffee with Friends from up north in Raymer, Minnesota. Going fishing with some good old friends of mine from high school. So the Nerd Brigade will be getting together. So it'll be cool. Anyhow. All right, you guys. Have a good night. Love you. Peace. And Kevin, have some great nightmares, brother. All right. Later. Edit. Live.